We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for returns for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. So here we are with SENS Stock exploding in the first half of the day and the second half coming back down and retesting support levels, right? It was not the only stock falling down as well. The overall market was having turbulence, and our SPY bot this afternoon at 12:40 p.m. sent us out a bear indicator, and put options within minutes were up 2 to 3x, guys. This is our new release that allows us to have an edge within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities, whether stocks are going up or going down, and you can now gain access to this resource and have this edge as well and join the members using it. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator and getting connected over with the SPY bot. So MULN stock volatility following the overall market. It wasn't the only stock with this type of volatility. We're going to break down all the key levels here in today's video and what 42 vision is showing. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home runs of the day were spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. And we strive for opportunities like these every single day. So these are the three stocks I mentioned this morning. Every single one of them gave 5 to 10%, 10 to 20%, but two of them turned out to be a home run. And this is how they performed and when we caught them. So the first one here is HUSN. It was sitting sideways, slightly dipped after the bell, and it finally reversed with strength on 42 vision, that extra layer of confirmation of that bull indicator, and it hit a highest point of 25% plus in a matter of minutes. And then we got here the home run of the day that turned out to be spectacular and beyond expectations, and that is NRSN. It was under a bull indicator since the day before, consolidated in the pre-market. Towards the bell, the consolidation continued, and you could see that full strength on 42 vision, consolidated again, and went up for a highest point of 400% plus, guys. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with MULN stock, and MULN stock has been the most volatile that it has been in weeks, right? This is actually a day where we've seen this go up to new highs and then come right back down and retrace the previous lows, right? So let's go ahead and pull up Ultimate 42 Vision, the bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators to receive the clarity you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities, whether stocks are going up or going down. So MULN stock has had a bull indicator since way down here on the 30-minute at around $1.60. Things started to push up, and we were watching to see if a bear indicator popped up eventually to negate this bull indicator. And here we have it, right? Today, it received it at 383, which was literally almost 100% plus to the upside, right? So it was bound to cool off. Now, could we call this a healthy pullback? Possibly, but there's a lot of news going around of old news, right? Because this is where it gets interesting, right? News sometimes comes out either too soon or too late, and this old news starts to affect the way people are looking at a stock, right? So last week on Friday, we talked about the possibility of an offering coming, okay? Some investors are probably realizing this is a penny stock. It could happen, so forth. And today, we had Jay Powell speaking, so he actually shook up the markets overall. And there you have that reaction of investors going risk off and locking in some profit or making a decision based off of this type of headlines, guys. This came out today, and this has been going on for days now, right? The day before MULN stock started to take off way back here, when they went on live with Yahoo Finance, and then that news rolled over into Friday and more people found out about it. And today, now this news is coming out, which happened way back here on the 16th. It was reported on the 18th, and now they're actually circling this around that the CEO went ahead and shared that they went and sold their stocks, right? They publicly shared this because they filed it and they sold it at around 165 to 166. And that was on March 16th, guys. March 16th is right here. Yahoo Finance live date was right here. Things continued, and that's actually spooky investors as well. And that's why I stated this is old news that's actually coming out as new news. And one of the main reasons why in the variables of different scenarios a CEO can sell is for personal expenses or taxes or loss of faith in the company. But the CEO at the most recent interview stated that they see a bright future. So there's no real reason to know why this happened at such a low price, but this is now circling around. Investors are finding out about it, and it's making them feel discouraged as well. And then the technicals, right? I mean, this stock nearly has tripled and quadrupled since we started talking about it here at 70 cents, actually way down here, excuse me. And then it went to $1. And then that's when things started to ramp up as it's broken through every single resistance. And today it broke through 320. It broke through 360, got to $4 as we talked about in the previous video, and almost reached 420, guys. I mean, this is pretty big movements in just a few days. It was bound to cool off. The question is this the setup for the next bull run? On the 30-minute, this had not popped up in a while. It started pulling back from the 380s to lows here of 282, almost a whole dollar, and sitting right now at 320s, right? So let's look at this from the 4-hour here to see. So on the 4-hour, we're still under a bull indicator, and it just began to reverse. It didn't go straight into dark green with red borders. If not, it is bright green with red borders as you see there, okay? It's just beginning the transition. The last time it did this, it consolidated and it went the next leg up. So as long as it does not transition into dark green with red borders, and also these bars do not overgrow, like I'm talking about, they become larger and larger and their wicks are to the downside and things are starting to go downwards like we saw back here, and a possible bear indicator popping up, there might still be some strength here, and this could be a healthy setup for the next bull run, right? But it's going to have to break through key resistance levels. So do keep that in mind. It can't just try to come back up and reject. So that's another point of reference to see if there's strength here. But the 4-hour is under a bull indicator, and there's still strength here within the bars still. Not guaranteeing it, but it still looks that way. And we're going to have to watch this very carefully. Now, on the 1 day, right? Last time it ran up, okay? It got that bull indicator and it went up 2 dark green bars. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before turning back around, okay? So far we have 2. So on the 1 day, eventually there was going to be a cool off, but a healthy one if it's a setup for another bull run like it did here when it cooled off and it went back towards 9 and jumped back up to 16. So it's going to create a lot of volatility if it's a healthy one and the bull indicator continues to persist, just like this one on that pullback, no bear indicator, and then it runs back up and retests new highs or try to retouch them, right? But as soon as it's pulling back and it gets that bear indicator and we see quick shifts from green to dark green with red borders to red and that bear indicator, this is going to get negated, guys. And when you really look at this, I've stated it already in my previous videos, just based off 42 vision, white with red borders, shifting into red with green, dark green, and green, that's a full transition plus that bull indicator as extra layer of strength on 42 vision. This allows us to see the dips and the rips, right? And here you have it again, full transition, white with red borders, red with green, bull indicator, dark green, and bright green. That's the full transition right there from extreme weakness to strength. And eventually it shifts back from strength to weakness, okay? So this allows us to see the dips and the rips. I always say this in my videos, and a lot of investors that have joined are maximizing on opportunities with this clarity, and you can gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description. But let's jump into the 30-minute and talk about supports and resistance levels, right? So the first thing is, this is the first support down here, 273, one of the lowest points in the after hours here before today's run continuing, right? And as it pulled back, you have 282. So between 282 and 273 is a very small window, but definitely two levels to watch as support levels if they get broken through or bounced off of and the bulls come back up, okay? Super important to watch those levels very, very carefully. Now, to the upside, we want to see this break or stay above 320. So if there's some volatility there, hopefully it could stay above it or break back above it if it's reversing back up, if it got below it by any chance. But once it does, and it does hold up, we want to see this get back up towards 357, 360 mark, give or take, and then bounce up towards the highs here, okay? 417, or even look at it from the $4 range to go ahead and see if there is that strength to break towards 417. And above 417, we then have up here 427, 430s, give or take. Those are the key levels right now based off the chart. I mean, this has moved with so much strength. It was bound to go ahead and have a pullback, but let's go ahead and see this carefully with these resistance levels and supports, and the 4 hour still not showing a bear indicator, right? And also the 1 day still showing strength and not fully reversing back and under a bull indicator closely within these levels, because these could be the setups, right? These pullbacks for the next bull run. It's not guaranteed, but still has a lot of strength here. It has moved a lot, and the closer this was caught to its lows was the bigger the opportunity. But we also have to remember, if this moved this quickly, just like this, somebody knows something that we don't, or profit taking happened, or they got spooked, or we're getting really close to some of those moments where an offering could come. I'm not stating that as a bear or anything like that. This is a penny stock that has barely any cash on hand, terrible earnings, and they need cash to grow. Okay, they have a big future, a bright future, a big goal, and a big plan, but no cash to execute on it. So this is bound to come, and this did not start the party up here, guys. Anybody that found out about Muln stock after $2 or even after 150, okay, was pretty late. This started way back here, and it gave the second chance way back here at the 70-cent mark before starting to take off to these levels. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.